Real good.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back to the second half of the match between New Zealand and Japan. New Zealand winning the first half 6-4, but it's a fresh start here. Our first draw goes to New Zealand. Push from behind. Oh no, she committed the foul getting the ground ball. Excuse me, getting the ground ball, and so it's ball to Japan. We switch sides of the pitch. I'm not sure Japan knew what direction they were going there. They've gone backwards with the ball, which is sometimes advised, but maybe not in that case. Japan goalie does get the ball out to number 11. Nice transition from Japan here. Number 14, streaking into the attacking portion of the pitch. Taking the ball behind, where they'll settle in. Try to run a play. New Zealand have decided to pressure behind, and that creates this kind of opportunity. Nice feed from number 9 to number 16, who scores the goal. When you pressure out, sometimes leaves you open to a 1v1 drive, and that's what happened there. When a defensive player goes to help, then that leaves somebody open in front of the goal, and that's exactly what happened there. So let's go for number 16, Saki Sekiguchi.
Goal for Japan, scored by number 16, Saki Sekiguchi. Assist by number 3, Kaoru Hirano.
And that brings the score
New Zealand 6, Japan 5.
6-5. 6-5, New Zealand with the lead. And here we go with the draw. A lot of fighting for position on the circle that time. Both teams are coming out more physically aggressive, I would say, in this second half. Certainly coached to do so. In attempting to keep the ball from going out of bounds there, the New Zealand player pushed it back to a Japanese player. Oh, thank you so much. I've been delivered a coffee, which if you knew how cold it is just now, here at the seat of Arthur's Seat, which is one of the great highlights of being in Edinburgh. It's a dormant volcano, and Peppermill Playing Fields, where we're located, is based just there, but it can be a windy, cold place at times, as it is just now. So this warm coffee is most welcome. Number 14 from Japan. Oh, I've been delivered a toffee as well. Thank you. Japan's moving around the outside. Number 18 with the ball just now. Japan being very patient in their attack, more so, I think, than in the first half. I'm sure this comes out of the coaching instruction they had at halftime. So that was a draw and dump opportunity there. Essentially what happened before. The person with the ball tries to attack and go to goal. When help comes from the adjacent defender, that leaves that player open, and then the pass goes to that player. So you draw the double team, draw the slide, then you dump the ball to the open player who then has a path to goal. Didn't quite complete it, but that's what the draw and dump is all about. So number 14 is fouled from Japan. It was inside the 11-meter fan, so she gets a free position shot here. Now this will be an interesting call. If that was determined to be a shot, it will be Japan's ball, and that in fact is the call, but were it considered a pass that went astray, then that actually would have been a New Zealand ball. 16 looking to attack here. 18 finds a lane, but is fouled as she goes through. So what's happened is the defender's ball went within what we call the sphere. So there's a protective sphere outside a player's head, and an opponent's stick cannot go within that sphere. It's quite a dangerous play, really. In fact, if there is contact with the head, it's an immediate yellow card penalty. Haven't had any of those yet. I hope we don't. But number 18 is awarded free position here. Takes a shot. Well saved by number 17, the goalie for New Zealand. Who makes a nice outlet to her low defender, who switches field and Unfortunately, that pass didn't connect. A little competition for a ground ball here. Japan has a nice double team, but unfortunately they fouled. Reaching across the body with the stick there. Number 11 is put behind. Number 10 will look to move the ball up for New Zealand. She has an open pass in front of her if she sees it. And she gets the ball to number 5. So number 5 is bringing it quickly behind. Gives up the ball. And Japan are now, New Zealand are now in a settled attack, looking to feed. Now they scored 2 goals in a row off that stack play, so I'm a little surprised they're not going to their stack. You tend to want to keep doing what works, yeah? Japan are pressuring out now. They're not allowing New Zealand to settle into a feeding position, forcing them to keep the ball moving, which often say is like tearing a page out of their playbook. They don't get to run the play they want to run when you pressure out. But of course it's risky in that you may have someone drive on you. So number 1 for New Zealand on the drive there was fouled in the illegal check, and so she will get a free position of a pretty favorable hash. She would prefer, as a right-hander, she would prefer to be on the other side of the fan, but it's not the widest hash mark either, so she'll have a path to goal here that she should be able to convert. Umpires are repositioning some of the players. Really nice corner shot. And what was terrific about her technique is, as a right-hander, she moved to the left, and that created more space for her to shoot with her right hand. So really terrific shot there from number 1 from New Zealand. It's Ella Ransley.
Goal for New Zealand scored by number 1, Ella Ransley. Ransley's goal makes the score New Zealand 7, Japan 5.
So that's New Zealand 7, Japan 5 with 24:38 remaining in the 30-minute half, the second half of this match. Wind has really picked up here on the Peppermill playing fields. You may hear it whistling in the microphone a bit. However, it's dry and even a bit sunny. Such an important part of the game here. The draw went to New Zealand. It's number 5 again, Tegan Edmonds, who's been terrific on the draw controls. Looking to drive. The ball was checked out. So checking is when a player has a ball in her stick and you are an opponent, you have the opportunity to hit her stick and try to knock that ball out, as long as that hit is not towards the body. Nice shot there, just went off the post, out of bounds. 33 is nearest the end line for New Zealand, so New Zealand retains possession. So you are allowed to check the ball, to hit the ball out of the player's stick, as long as it's not towards the body and you don't hit any part of that player's body. And you're not dangerous in the way you do it. That would be called a dangerous check. Again, safety first in women's lacrosse. Oh, called a charge on New Zealand there. So as she was backing into that, she tried to roll dodge. Japanese player had very good footwork to shut off her lane to goal, and the New Zealand player tried to push through that as she was backing up. And so it's ball to Japan. Number 5 bringing it up the pitch. New Zealand are playing good pressure, denying any forward pass here from Japan, and so Japan are doing the wise thing and running it up the pitch. You don't want to throw a pass into a well-marked player. That results in a turnover. So Japan had dropped the pass there, and New Zealand was a bit physical in trying to retrieve the ball. And so it is number 6, I believe, with the number 5 or 6 with the ball. Okay, number 4 with Japan with a free position shot here off that penalty. Terrific shot, but essentially straight at the goalie, even though it was low and it was a bounce shot. Had good power on it, but pretty easy to cover for the goalie. We coach our players to shoot corners. It's much harder for a goalie to make a save in the corner. Anything that's sort of between her shoulders is quite easy to play, even if it's a good, powerful shot. And that's what happened there. So shot placement, an important part of the game. Oh, pass drop, Japan picks it up. Back to New Zealand. So a New Zealand player inadvertently stepped out of bounds. Again, it's a little hard to see that line, I would say. And so number 12 with Japan, looking to take advantage of the error. Feed into number 9, but New Zealand giving no space. I like Japan's patience here, more so than in the first half. Good feed to number 7. Great save by the New Zealand goalie. Terrific feed, terrific shot, terrific save. Really good lacrosse there. Okay, there's your drop. Looked to switch, but didn't quite see it open. And the goalie finally found some space, but the pass was dropped. Again, the New Zealand player is out of bounds. Number 8 with Japan brings the ball in. Number 16, New Zealand coach is calling for fire, which I think is a high pressure defense to step out on the ball, keep pressure on Japan. And pressure leads to turnovers. That's what they're looking to do here. They're pressuring behind. But pressuring out contains risk. And there was an open player, Japanese player in the middle there, but they didn't quite connect the pass. The ball ended up in the goalie's stick. And she often likes to clear to New Zealand's number 21, Ellen Hackett. Bit of a collision there. Let's see which way it's called. New Zealand's ball. So we have an official's timeout. Somebody's boot has come off. So I'm gonna let her put her shoe back on. It's number 8 from New Zealand. 7-5, New Zealand over Japan. 19 minutes and 42 seconds remain in the second half. Some of you might be interested in the USA versus Canada match, which is happening on another pitch. We have a 7-7 tie at halftime in that game. New Zealand goalie looking for space. Good ball handler for a goalie. A good foot speed for a goalie. Hold on. A lot of groans on the officials table here as she almost... Oh, good score for number 25 of New Zealand. It was nearly a slash as she was going up the field. The Japanese player reared back as if she was going to really swing her stick in an illegal way, and she held back, fortunately. So that's a goal to number 25, Savannah Academy Rash.
Goal for New Zealand, scored by number 25, Savannah Academy Rash. That goal makes it score New Zealand 8, Japan 5.
So that's the second goal for Savannah Academy Rash. We've also had 2 goals in this match from Elise Windsor and Samantha Highland. And that goal brings the score to 8-5 for New Zealand. 19:06 remain in the second half. All right, play's got a little sloppy here. The wind has picked up. That may be a factor. But here Japan are bringing it into the attacking third. They've decided to settle. They've had more success with this more settled attack. Well covered on the crease roll there from New Zealand. Good double team, even a triple team, as she tried to come over there and come around the crease and find space to goal. They shut it down, but it was a ball back to Japan, so still in the attack. Not a bad left-handed shot opportunity there, just off the post. Japanese player number 3 was nearest the end line when the ball went out of bounds off that shot, so possession remains Japan. Oh, the nice draw and dump. Japan's number 3 to number 18. Really a terrific piece of lacrosse there. And assuming her stick is legal, the umpires are checking it just now. That takes us 8-6. New Zealand still with the lead, but the run of play just now, is, I would say, is going to Japan.
Japan, scored by number 18, Rei Ikeda. Assist to number 3, Kaoru Hirano.
You may have noticed that some players have eye protection on in this match and some don't. It is not mandated as to Federation of International Lacrosse. Some countries choose to mandate it. U.S. would be one of those countries. Japan started early on that draw, so it's New Zealand's ball. So it's up to individual teams whether they want to require their nation to wear eye protection, and it's up to any individual player beyond that. So you'll see some with eye protection and some not. It's really a comfort thing. And it kind of depends on how you were raised in the sport. If you, as a youth player, did not wear eye protection, then you would be not inclined to wear it later in life because you wouldn't be used to it. But if you wear it right from the start, then you really are uncomfortable playing without it. So players get to choose. New Zealand on the attack here, moving the ball around the outside, number 10. So they have a bit of a weave going here, so that's as they kind of move the ball from side to side. Illegal check there from Japanese player number 5, I believe. Who they put behind? Number 11. So a free position opportunity here for New Zealand. Nice save on the low shot from the Japanese goalie. New Zealand got possession of that ball, but it was a crease violation, so you cannot reach into the circle to grab the ball, and that's what's happened. So the Japanese goalie has the ball. Again, there's no time limit. She can walk or run the ball up the pitch, or she can stand there and hold it as long as she cares to. And as coaches, we coach them to not make any low percentage clears, to make sure a player is wide open before you make that pass. All the players upfield are sort of setting picks for each other, moving back and forth, trying to find space to make a safe clear. Now at some point New Zealand might want to send one of their defenders to that ball. They wouldn't be motivated now, they have the lead in the game, but if they were behind by a couple goals and wanted to bring that ball into play, they might send a defender out to pressure that ball on the goalie. But again, it wouldn't be their tactic just now, so happy to just mark up. Okay, number 16 found space for herself from Japan. Japan down by 2, looking to put a goal in here. Nice save of the high shot there by the New Zealand goalie. So 18 is holding the ball up top just now. She's getting her attack organized. This is smart. They'll want to run a set play, get everybody in their positions. Fortunately, that pass was right into the sun, and the Japanese player couldn't see it. The sun is at a very low angle just now. But we have sun. And that's Scotland for you. Started this game with wind-driven rain, and now it's sunny. Number 13 with a nice cut. Took a shot, missed off to the side. Japan will retain possession, being closest to the line. This is good from Japan. They're having long possessions, getting good looks at goal. Nice double team on the high drive there from Japan. New Zealand really got well in there, didn't give her any path to goal, resulting in the turnover. I know it's a bit hard watching on television sometimes knowing where the ball is. Right now it's number 9 for New Zealand. She's dropped the ball back, and now they're looking to switch the pitch to number 6 and try to move it quickly up this side if they can. Nice pressure from Japan, so they drop again. Japan have won the ball. And really they should look to push here because the New Zealand defense would be unsettled. But now they have settled in, the defense. So maybe Japan want to run a set play here. Ball's up top with number 18. Over to number 14. Good ball movement there, but again, the shot selection, maybe not the best. That angle was a bit tight to squeeze the ball in. Japanese player got a bit of a bump as she was attempting a drive there. It will be a free possession shot to number 17. 12 minutes 40 about 12 minutes 40 seconds remain. It's New Zealand 8, Japan 6, 2-goal difference. Good powerful shot from number 17, but again right between the legs of the New Zealand goalie at about foot level. So a good goalie, that's not hard to cover. You've got to hit corners. And you've got to throw in a bit of a fake too. We call it a hitch. Try and freeze the goalie. If you look like you're going to shoot high with a quick hitch high, then she extends her stick in that direction, then you take that shot low. So that's what we look for good attack players to do. These are young players. They don't have their entire game together just yet. There's a lot of talent out here. Really terrific, terrific play. So Japan have won the ball here on a penalty, number 11, moving it up to number 17. Moving up to 16, there's a whistle. Again, sidelines. They're just not seeing that sideline marking. Two players went to ground there. Late whistle. The umpires have stopped the clock. It's running clock unless the umpire determines that they need to stop it for some technical reason. I think they're going to call that a mutual foul of some sort because they're going to do a thrown ball here. So basically it's like a jump ball. The umpire will throw it between the two players and they'll compete for it. Offsetting fouls is the call, yeah. So it's the fair way to do the restart. New Zealand have won it. Well taken by number 10 of New Zealand. Japan did a good job of not letting her take the inside position that she wanted to take there. They forced her outside. So they're looking to move it back in. 11-11 remain in the second half here. Both teams have one timeout left, which they can use at their discretion. Japan are applying better pressure here and also doing a better job of cutting off the adjacents so that they can't pass the ball to an adjacent player. Good defense from Japan there. They've won possession. Player's gone down. Umpires are going to stop play. I saw that. She tried to change direction and something gave, I don't know if it was knee or ankle. So the umpires will determine if they're going to send the trainer onto the pitch. I'm sorry, I don't have a number of the player who's down just now. They're going to help her off. Yeah, this is number 15, Elise Windsor. She's had a terrific game as well. It looks like either left ankle or left knee. A substitute has been sent on for her. Again, she was not fouled. This happened off the ball. She looked like she was looking to change direction, perhaps caught her cleat into the turf. This is a 3G Astro turf in very good condition, but it does happen that your cleat just sort of sticks in the turf when you try to cut. Good shot from number 13 there, and a good save from 17. Japanese player, I can't quite make out her number, picked up the rebound and scored a goal. I believe it was number 8. Oh, 9. Yeah, number 9 was the goal scorer just then. 9. Mirai Tamaki gets her first goal of the game. Okay, it makes the game interesting now. It's 8-7 New Zealand, but again, Japan kind of have the run of play here. 10 minutes, 22 seconds remain. Umpires are just setting up for the next draw here. As I mentioned, a very angular sun, so if you pass to somebody who's looking in the direction of the sun, they're probably not going to be able to see it. Throw in a crosswind coming in the direction from the sun, and so the balls are bending a bit in the air. It makes it very interesting on the pitch. It results in the ball going to ground quite a bit more, and it makes ground balls much more a factor in the match.
Scored by number 9, Mirai Tamaki.
It's really a critical draw at this point with one goal between these two teams. Japan have won it on a foul happening within the circle in that scramble to win the ball. There are 5 players in and around the circle. In NCAA rules, they've gone to 3 players in and around the circle because of these kinds of fouls and collisions that happen within there. Japan moving the ball around smartly here. Got a whistle, so before that pass was made, or as that pass was made, Japanese player number 7 was fouled, so she gets free position on the hash mark. Not the most favorable for a righty, but if she takes an angle that opens up her right hand a bit, she may get a good angle to goal. High shot over the top, out of bounds. Japan was closest to the end line. Japan maintains possession. 9 minutes and 15 seconds remain. 1 goal between them. New Zealand in the lead. Japan being very patient here. New Zealand looking out to pressure a bit. Pressure out a bit, I should say, but they aren't going quite all the way to the ball. As you know, that's risky if you go all the way out to the ball to the 1v1. Oh, what's the call here? Something off the ball here. I suspect 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds call. So you're not allowed to be within the fan, as I mentioned, the 11-meter fan, for more than 3 seconds unless you're within a stick's length. And they're actually a stick length of an opponent and of an attacker, and clearly she wasn't, so Japan was awarded the ball. But to no effect. Japan has the ball, moving the ball around. Japan are 1 goal behind here, but they're looking smart in attack. I'd say for the majority of the second half, they've had the run of play, majority of the possession. Lost the ball in her dodge there. Number 9 of Japan picks it up, has a shot over the top. Japanese player is nearest. Japan maintains possession. So again, it's really smart play from Japan. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remain. 8-7 to New Zealand. Japan looking to tie it here. That was kind of a classic play in lacrosse right there. We have the strong side adjacent, so if it's a righty, the strong side would be the right side. The adjacent is the player next to her. That attacking player cuts through, and it opens up the space on the right-hand side of the right-handed attacker, and she uses that space to go to goal. Okay, we've got a penalty here resulting in a reset for number 7, Japan. Number 10 looking to drive, shoots, and scores, ties the game, as long as her stick is deemed to be legal. It is legal. We are tied now at 8 with 6 minutes, 34 seconds remain.
Goal for Japan, scored by number 10, Asuka Noel. That makes the score Japan 8, New Zealand 8.
That was number 10, Asuka Nu, on that goal. Terrific patience from Japan there. You like, as a coach, long possessions that result in goals. Sun's out here in Edinburgh. The wind is brisk. And here we go for a very important draw in this match. Japan have taken it, number 4, but there's a whistle. The official has stopped the clock. Yeah, so there's a foul on the draw there, so it's possession to New Zealand. These are critical moments in this game. You don't want to be overly aggressive. You don't want to make technical errors. You want to really protect your possessions. Oh, it's a loose ball. Japan and New Zealand fighting for it. There was a foul. The Japanese player pushing the New Zealand player. So New Zealand, number 9, gets possession. Number 3 goes behind. The person who committed the foul has to go 4 meters away. Oh, I've read that wrong. I'm sorry. It was deemed a foul against New Zealand, so it's Japan possession. Number 10 looked to drive, but wisely pulls it out. Again, Japan is being much smarter here. Number 4 gets a look at goal. Nicely defended again. A nice save from the goalie. New Zealand goalie Aaron Parker has just had a terrific match. Number 21 again, attempting to clear, drops it back to the goalie, who looks to switch fields, but everybody's covered. Uh-oh. Goalie's dropped the ball. Japan possession with no goalie in the box. No opportunity, so Japan pulls it out. 5 minutes, 15 seconds remain. Score is tied. New Zealand versus Japan here at the 2015 FIL Rathbones Women's Under-19 World Championship Tournament in its first day. Number 10 from Japan looking to dodge the goal there, dropped the ball, but then got her own ground ball. We call ground balls effort plays. Really, teams that are willing to fight for those balls are the teams that come out on top. All right, Japan very calmly settling it behind. No pressure coming from New Zealand. Again, if they were to send pressure out, they risk the 1v1 attack. So they're willing to kind of just sit in. Oh, nice feed into number 16, who finds space for herself. Shoots and scores. Saki Sekiguchi from Japan. Again, the umpires need to check that stick. If it's legal, Japan have taken the lead here with 4 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. It is legal. Japan up by 1. Really an exciting match here. A lot of action here at the end. I have to say Japan have peaked at just the right time here. A bit surprised New Zealand coach isn't calling a timeout just now. That's with this kind of momentum.
Goal for Japan, scored by number 16, Saki Sekiguchi. Assist to number 3, Kaoru Hirano.
This kind of momentum, typically a coach would want to call a timeout, get their team settled down, let them catch their breath a bit, and try and turn things around. Here New Zealand has the ball off the draw. Oh, nice interception, number 10 from Japan. She saw the sidelines that time and didn't step out. Well done, and looks to move the ball up the pitch. Interception from New Zealand. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remain. Number 36 from New Zealand, Paige Salthouse, is fouled. Number 10 for Japan is put 4 meters behind. Here's the restart. Okay, New Zealand pulling it out, again being safer with the ball. At this point in the match, you really only want to take high percentage looks. Don't want to take any risks. Take a bad shot, then Japan gets the ball and you lose your opportunity to score. Nice roll dodge from 36. Fouled in the process. Across the body, it was within the 11-meter fan, so a free position opportunity. Oh, nicely saved. New Zealand had a good shot there, hit the corner, but not a lot of power on it. So the Japanese goalie was able to collect it. Okay, now number 11 from Japan bringing the ball up the pitch. They're up by a goal, so they have no necessity to push it here with 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Oh. Some teams would try to stall out the rest of this time, just maintain possession, passing it around. New Zealand aren't going to have it, though. They're going to pressure all over the pitch, try and get that ball back as they must, because they need a goal in the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds to tie this match. Number 11 has the ball. She's using her feet to find space, but finding no open players to pass to. Number 7 has the ball. She's running it up the pitch. So 1 minute, 55 seconds remain. We're within the 2 minutes, so any whistle will now stop the clock. And there is a whistle. It's a foul from behind. Clock is stopped at 1:47. So the interesting thing now will be whether Japan will choose to go to goal or to stall out the rest of the time. There's an offsides call, but I haven't determined what team is offside just yet. They've stopped the clock. The officials are going to have a chat. I don't feel so bad. They're confused as well. So to recap, 1:45. Japan up by a goal, 9-8, versus New Zealand. It was an offside call against Japan. Number 22 from New Zealand will have possession. Umpires are setting the players for the restart. Long pass to number 1 for New Zealand. She's pushing quickly up the middle. Again, New Zealand need a goal within the next minute and a half or so. Oh, good look. The ball was checked right as she shot, which caused it to miss wide. But number 1 followed through on her shot, was closest to the end line when the ball went out of bounds. So New Zealand maintained possession. Clock is stopped at 1:32. New Zealand down by 1 with the ball. Bit of an ISO here. So they're isolating Elise Windsor, who was injured earlier in the game, so I'm glad to see she's not had a bad injury. So looking to have her dodge to goal 1v1. They've had some success with this play earlier in the game. That was a nice feed to number 5, but knocked down by number 5 of Japan. But New Zealand maintained possession. We're at exactly a minute left. Japan by 1. illegal check there. Across the body, so Japan player will be put behind. And here's the restart. Terrific shot from number 5 there, Tegan Edmonds. 2 Japanese players unfortunately have collided, and it appears to have hit their heads. So we have an official's timeout just now. 48 seconds remaining. One of the 2 players appears to be fine, but the other's slow in getting up. Now, if she's badly hurt, then she is allowed to come off, and a substitute will be sent in for her. Just kind of assessing. She's nodding her head. She's good to go. She shook it off. All right, 48 seconds. New Zealand have the ball behind. Quick roll from number 10 here. Didn't like what she saw. Moved the ball around. New Zealand looking for space here. 38 seconds. Japan are doing a good job keeping the New Zealand attackers out of the fan. 30 seconds remain. We call this the red flag period. It announces to both teams there's under 30 seconds remaining. Foul against the Japanese player, so New Zealand maintains possession. 26 seconds on the clock. New Zealand down by 1. Need a goal here to stay in the game. 20 seconds. Number 16 attempting to get, oh, there was a foul inside the 11 meter. It's going to be a free position shot opportunity to tie the match with 15 seconds left. Number 4 from Japan put behind. And it's number 16, Phoebe Bardul, with a chance to tie the game here. Number 1 is the Japanese goalie, Chihiro Onoki. Oh, she got the shot off, but it was slightly deflected as she shot. Missed wide. Number 10 looking to drive. 8 seconds remain. 22 is looking to roll dodge. Oh, the officials have stopped the clock at 3 seconds. A yellow card going to Japan, number 11. Yeah, contact to the head. So anytime there's contact to the head with the stick, it's an automatic yellow card. Umpires have no discretion in that. So the Japanese defender, in trying to keep number 22 out, made contact with the head. There are 3 seconds remaining in this game. New Zealand have a chance to tie it here. 3 seconds left. Oh, the Japanese goalie has saved it, and time has run out. Japan win 9-8 in a very exciting match. Both teams have acquitted themselves well here.
Japan 9, New Zealand 8. We encourage all of you to stick around. In 10 minutes, we will present the player of the match.
Well, what a terrific match here. Really high level of play here from both games. New Zealand acquitted themselves well, but Japan just in the second half came out with just a little more energy, settled the ball down a little bit more, weren't quite as frantic in their attack, and that made all the difference, I think. Scotland-Germany is coming up next on pitch 1. I'll be commentating that match as well. My name's Dave Simpson, by the way. I'm the head coach of the senior Scotland national team, and I'm here for our final training weekend before our European tournament. So glad to come along and do some commentating. So if you want to be updated on what's happening at the tournament, there's a website to go to that I don't have in front of me. U-19 WC 2015.co.uk is where you go. You probably got there through finding the webcast, so you can see the schedule there, see upcoming matches. And if you happen to be in the Edinburgh area, we'd love to have you come out. Well, thanks for checking in, and Congratulations to Japan, 9-8 over New Zealand.